Now at 6, putting off big repairs to your home, you may have something in common with Milwaukee County. But our parks and public buildings are faced with a much more daunting bill, $1 billion. Julia Fellow takes a look at the options on the table for the future of many high-profile landmarks like the Mitchell Park domes.
You may be asking about now, $1 billion in deferred maintenance? Really? The Impartial Wisconsin Policy Forum lays out the ugly truth. This red line right here is what the county says it can reasonably afford right now with our tax levy. But the more the maintenance is put off each year, you can see the number keeps piling up. In fact, they projected in this 2019 report we would be $1 billion in the hole by next year. But we're already at that number.
Requests that have been made by county department heads year after year after year.
Yet more popular places like the domes have brought all of this to light. We've known since 2016 concrete the size of tennis balls is falling inside from as high as 80 feet. Wire mesh wrapping has been the temporary fix. 6 years later, the estimated cost to repair the Mitchell Park domes has risen from $64 to $100 million.
It's one of those amenities that you really don't want to lose, but in the end, you have to look at the big picture.
Because Rob Henkin, president of the Wisconsin Policy Forum, points out what happened just last week. $19 million in extra Affordable Care Act money was requested for dome repairs, but was instead diverted to help rebuild the medical examiner's office, which is in even worse shape.
For decades, there has been knowledge that that medical examiner's building was becoming extremely substandard to the point of even becoming dangerous.
When I spoke to Henkin 6 years ago about our crumbling infrastructure, he gave me this figure.
Another building the county is taking a look at right now is the public safety building that houses the jail at 9th and State. He says if that's completely rebuilt, it could cost up to $100 million.
Reporting
live at the domes,
Julia Fellow.
A lot more than that now.
Updated numbers published in 2019 show that number has risen to more than $240 million. So what now? County Executive David Crowley hopes our state legislature will consider the proposal to add a 1% county tax. Henkin is skeptical.
There's no question whatsoever that that could be part of a solution. That's probably not going to be enough.
Which leads back to the future of some of these Milwaukee buildings, like the domes. Henkin believes it might have to come down to donations or business partnerships. Jeremy Ebersole with the Milwaukee Preservation Alliance spoke at Tuesday's Committee on Parks and Culture to try to add the domes to the National Register of Historic Places, which could get them $7.4 million in tax credits for repairs.
But that's a years-long process to get onto the National Historic Registry.
Right, it's likely about a year or so, the process of getting added.
The County Board of Supervisors Committee on Parks and Culture agreed to move forward on this plan.
A small step for this huge problem. The Wisconsin Policy Forum rated all of our county-owned parks and buildings from good to poor. You can read that full report at tmj4.com. Julia Fellow, TMJ4 News.